Alrighty, my friends, welcome to today's lesson. Today we're going to be picking the song Catfish John on the mandolin, and we're going to learn a series of improvisation devices: crosspicking, melody, arpeggio, scale, and a little bit more. So let's get started. Melody. Pentatonic. Melody. Major scale. Melody. Pentatonic. Major scale. Pentatonic. Melody. Crosspicking. Crosspicking. Melody. Pentatonic. Crosspicking. Pentatonic. Are kind of the melody. Melody. Major scale. Okay, so you can see how you can start to develop to where you can switch kind of from one thing to the next and make it seamless. Let's look at the chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mama said, don't go near that river. Don't be hanging around old Catfish John. Come the morning, I'd always be there, walking in his footsteps in the sweet Delta dawn. Catfish John was a river hobo. He lived and died by the river bend. Looking back, I still remember that I was proud to be his friend. Right? Catfish John. So let's look at a couple devices. Let's start with the scale that we can learn the melody on. D major is a great scale on the mandolin because you can use all the open notes. So if we use the open D and we play the D major scale from here, we can get an octave right in the two middle strings there. If you keep going beyond here, let's just stop there. And when you want to go down below the root note, you can get all the way down to that low G. You want to start thinking of the scale as numbers, so just think about this for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 7 notes in the scale. Once you get to the 7th note, then you're back to the first note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So let's go down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's before 1? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4. So within that position, those are all the notes we can access. 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could get the 6 there if we wanted, but nonetheless, we just want to know the notes in the scale of the song that we're playing. Once you got the scale, you can pick out the melody of the song, and the way that I like to talk about melodies is what note within the scale they start on. So this melody starts on the 3. So if we're using this scale, that's your root note. You want to get really comfortable with that scale, and I'm just going to play for you the melody of the song on that scale. It starts on the 3rd note. 1, 2, 3. And we've got come the morning, I'd always be there, walking in his footsteps in the sweet Delta dawn. So let me play that one more time. I'll play for you the entire melody really slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Mama said, don't go near that river. Beat. Don't be hanging around old Catfish John. 2, 3, 4, 1. Come the morning, I'd always be there, walking in his footsteps in the sweet Delta dawn. Okay, there's the chorus. Here's the verse. 1, 2, 3. Catfish John was a river hobo. He lived and died by the river bend. Looking back, I still remember I was proud to be his friend. Okay, so what I would do is I would pull up Strum Machine. Let me play this chorus simple and slow for you one time. So I would loop that on Strum Machine, practice, playing the melody, just simple, loop it slow, kind of speed it up a little bit, just work it until you kind of have that melody under your fingers and in your head, and then do the same, just focusing on the verse. So here's the verse one time, slow and simple. Practice that low and slow. Cook it slow and low and simple. Get it memorized, speed it up a little bit, and then bring it back to a slow speed and try this. Put your alternate 16th notes in the spaces. So let me show you. 3, 4, 1. Just try to work that, get the basics of that melody. Try to really get it in your head. Practice playing it, filling in the space with the 16th notes, and then we're going to move on to the next part. So let's add in cross-picking. Let's practice some cross-picking. So where I would add cross-picking is where I have space. So I'll give you an example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Mama said, don't go near that river. Don't be hanging around old Catfish John. Right here doing this A, we're going to find an A shape. Let's just use this one. And we're going to cross pick on that, and I'll show you a pattern. We're calling this a reverse roll. We're starting by plucking down on the low G string. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So think of it as a pattern, like rhythmically, like 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So what you're doing is you're starting with that downstroke, and then you're doing alternate picking, playing from the A string to the D string to the G string in a roll, down, up, 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 down, up. And if you can get that pattern going, down, up, 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 down, up. You should be starting with your down on a different string every time. So it would start on down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So if you did it in a cycle, 1 E and 2, every time you get to a number, 1 E and 2, it should be on a different string with a downstroke. So I'll show you how it would cycle. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and so you see how every time I play a number, it's a downstroke on a different string. So that's one way that you can do a roll. You can reverse that and play it forward. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and right, you could play that roll going forward, meaning starting on the G string and going G, D, A for the strings. So you can keep that pattern going, and you can do it either forward like that, or backward like this. There's two ways to do it, and you can always put a space in. You don't always have to play the 16th pattern. You can go. Anytime you want to just do a downstroke, you can always mix it up with just a downstroke, but I'll show you what it would sound like in context. So, Mama said, don't go near that river. Don't be hanging around old Catfish John. So you can throw that cross-picking in. Old Catfish John. And when I play that Catfish John part melody, Catfish John, I'm setting my fingers up. I'm putting that first finger on both of those strings, so I'm ready for this little A chord. Catfish John. And then I can go back to the D chord for the beat. So let me show you this slow. D chord, that's the first beat of the bar, just to... Because the melody comes in not on the first beat. It's like 3, 4, 1. Mama said. So the melody comes in on 2. 1, 2. They'll be hanging around old Catfish John. Come the morning, I'd always be there, walking in his footsteps in the sweet Delta dawn. Okay, so I'm going to show that to you with backing, just so you can hear it. there's a little cross picking in the chorus. The other thing you could do when you're doing that cross picking on the A, you could do the last group of 4/16 notes as notes on the scale to lead you back up to the melody. So like, Catfish John, come the morning, I'd always be there. Catfish John, Catfish John. You could throw in a major scale mixed with the cross picking as a lick. So, Catfish John. And you're doing the major scale, and your goal is to land on a D note at the end of that pattern. So, Catfish John. However many notes you need to get to that D and to fit into the time. So like, Catfish 1, 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Let me show you what a loop of that would look like. Don't be hanging around, old Catfish John. 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 Alright, so you can play the cross picking, you can play major scale. Let's look at some cross picking in the verse. So check it out. Here's the verse with some cross picking, and then I'll break it down for you. So let's break that down. Play the melody, and then cross pick on the chord that comes along. So we're on a G, so we've got these open notes that we can use to do a cross picking pattern. So and then you want to come into the melody rhythmically where it comes in normally. So Catfish John was a river hobo. Let's just get that. Catfish John was a river hobo. And then when we play D, you can get a D chord by doing just the second fret on the G string, and you can cross pick that. So try cross picking on the G and the D. So I might even try to practice just doing that. So check it out. that A string. You might practice work on, and you can play it straight or swung. Here's straight. Here's swung. Here's straight. Here's swung. You're just bouncing the rhythm a bit more. But you learn that pattern. And you can try it on each chord. Okay? And then you try to mix it with the melody. Catfish John was a river hobo. He lived and died by the river bend. Thinking back, I still remember I was proud to be his friend. So you can work on mixing that cross-picking with the melody. You can practice the cross-picking on its own. You can practice the melody on its own. You can also do major pentatonic practice with this. Okay, so let's go on to the next part here. A little bit of major pentatonic practice. So you take that major scale, and you eliminate the 4th and the 7th, and you get this. So take that major pentatonic scale and practice just playing over the song without thinking too much about the melody, and then I'll show you how to mix it with the melody. So I'm just going to press play here. So you can practice just getting into a constant flow. With your alternate picking, practice it at a speed you can, work it up to speed, and then you can mix those type of licks in with the melody. So let's hear what that would sound like. Practice playing that melody and then messing around. last thing that I'm doing there is I'm on the 5 chord, on the A, instead of playing the major pentatonic. And on that A chord, I'm playing the major scale. So I choose the major when I'm on the 5 chord, because the major contains 2 notes that are in the 5 chord that make it resolve to the 1 chord very well. In my future video, I'm going to talk about hitting chord tones. And so we'll come back to the chord tone aspect, but that's the reason why I choose the major scale over the 5 chord, because it hits some of the chord tones that make it resolve really well. So let me talk you through this once. So, melody. Pentatonic. Melody. Major scale. Melody. Pentatonic. Major scale. Pentatonic. Melody. Crosspicking. Crosspicking. Melody. Pentatonic. Crosspicking. Pentatonic. Or kind of the melody. Melody. Major scale. Okay, so you can see how you can start to develop to where you can switch kind of from one thing to the next and make it seamless. I think this is a good combo of using cross-picking, the melody, and the pentatonic scale and the major scale. That's a good combo of things to create something cool. So that's Catfish John. There's a couple devices for you to learn how to improvise, practice some different things, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. It's a pleasure having you here. We'll see you guys in the next video.